Niall Moran, starting with the semi-final, as good a comprehensive as win as you're going to get in a semi-final, you're obviously motoring this stage of the year.
Yeah, I suppose you look at the scoreboard, it was a big score racked up, but I suppose Jack removed the first quarter. Like there was 3-5 scored in the first quarter, we scored 113 thereafter, Tulla scored 111. Do you know what I mean? So when you put it in the context of that, it kind of really tells you we're realistically at, I suppose, the first quarter. Like it was a case of Turles didn't show up, everything we touched went over, and I suppose, is that a realistic barometer of where we're at? It isn't really, like, you know what I mean? So we know going forward there's lots of things that we didn't execute to the fullest of our ability, and we know that even in Tulla we play a team that are the best team by a mile that we've probably played to date. They've beaten all the best teams in this competition. Coleman's, who were champions at this level 2 years ago, beat CBC, who were overwhelming favourites for it, and at both times came from 5 points down, 7 points down respectively, to come back and do it, and then picked off a De La Salle team who were also very well fancied. So we have a huge challenge ahead of us here, and we're well aware of it. I'm not so sure the general public are well aware of it, but we're well aware of it. And like for us to be in a chance next day, we'd have to bring our fullest of our game for 60 minutes and not just maybe 15 minutes like we did last day.
Is that a message you're driving in with the lads, that obviously they'll be confident after the semi-final, but there is still plenty of work to do to get over the line?
Well, these boys at 15 level, they were well beaten in a semi-final by Coleman's. At 16.5 level, they were beaten by Coleman's in a final, and as a group they've won no silverware. So hammering home messages, the hope from ourselves is that we keep on doing what we're doing, like we play to the best of our ability. The strength of us lies in the group, and I suppose if we don't bring that at 100%, then we will be found out very, very quickly, especially against a team like Tulla, who are, having just seen a couple of their games, are so well organised, really well coached. Terence Fahey, Aidan Hart, guys who've operated at top level there over them. A team that are, you know what I mean, come with huge momentum of all the local parishes. Like there's huge excitement out there, and rightly so. And again, as well as that, then a lot of lads that they have who've played senior hurling with their club, and you can't quantify that kind of experience, where in our case I think we've only one who's tasted a little bit of club hurling. So do you know what I mean? It's a huge challenge. It'll be very exciting for anybody who's going to rock onto the Gaelic grounds there on Saturday. It's well worth the visit.
And you talk about that experience, and even though it's going to be your 6th final in 12 years, it's a totally new group and it's a totally new experience for all those lads.
Yeah, as I said there, these guys haven't played in a Harty final, they haven't experienced a Harty final like that, so the nerves and excitement that they're experiencing in Tulla for the first time is replicated in our school. And I suppose, look, as in, that's the nature of schools, it's transient, and I'm delighted that they're part of that excitement, that they get to experience it, especially after the last 2 years. I know we had a group last year who would have felt that they had a very strong chance in this competition, probably a lot stronger than what we'd have given this group credit for. So yeah, look, it's great, but again, all those challenges from us as a management group and those of the players, they all still lie. Like they have to bring their performance, and if you get caught up in all the sideshows, that performance won't come.
Is there any pressure on you as a school appearing in the 6th final against Tulla, who are in their first?
The pressure is, every team is to perform, and again, that's cliched, and the pressure is that whoever doesn't win the next day, despite their glorious run to a final, they have nothing to show for it. And I suppose that's how you'll always be measured when you finish up your career. In a lot of cases, what you've won, I suppose both of us share one thing in common: we've never lost a final. And I suppose in Tulla's case that means they'll play without fear. In our case that means we'll play without baggage in that sense. So I think both schools are starting off in a really even keel for it.
And you see Limerick obviously are going so well now, and a lot of former Ardscoil Rís pupils. Does that give a boost to the team at the moment to know that there is that opportunity for success with a Limerick jersey if they can succeed with Ardscoil?
Yeah, I suppose you have to be realistic. Like even at the moment, Keane Lynch is inside in our teaching staff, but remember Paul Flanagan and Cormac O'Donovan, these guys are members of our teaching staff as well, who currently representing and previously represented Clare. So for all our players, like the nature of our catchment is, you know, we've Limerick lads and Clare lads, and I suppose they've been very fortunate and are very fortunate at the moment to see guys who have won All Irelands at senior level in both, and lads who are currently starring for both counties. So it's a lovely dynamic, and I suppose, look, it's at 18, 19 years of age, if lads are going to be making it, it's coming very close to them at that stage.
And when you got over the line in 2010, did you realise that this was possible, that you'd be going for a 6th title in just over 12 years?
Jesus, going back to that, it's 12 years ago actually now. I'd say only for COVID robbed us, we'd have been hoping to have a reunion. Look, they were phenomenal days, even though I was lucky enough to be involved with Derek and Liam and Tallegrady and Jimmy here at LIT, and that was just a magical moment. I suppose at the time we were in dreamland, and I suppose we can kind of empathise where Tulla are at there now. I suppose Tulla would feel that this is the first time and this is all a new experience, but that's the beauty, that's kind of the romance of it. How the thing has moved on in the meantime, yeah, but that comes down to the hard work of all the teachers, all the teaching staff, all the parents. Like, there's a huge body of stakeholders, the county board, the local clubs, like facilities wise, equipment wise, financial aid, time wise, all those people are huge stakeholders in anything that we do in Ardscoil. And do you know what I mean? I suppose as teachers, look, we enjoy it, we put in the time, but without